So we get ready to start the second quarter here. And the Railsplitters back on their heels at their own 8-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd and 11 as they put a new 12 minutes on the clock. Cruz comes up under center. Out of that wing, got a man in motion. That's Connor Schmidt. Schmidt cuts up. He's got some running room. Still on his feet and finally flipped down at the 25-yard line. Valiant effort there by Connor Schmidt as he brings it all the way out to the 25-yard line. A 17-yard run by Connor Schmidt. They're going to spot it on the 26, actually. It's an 18-yard run.
Well, that's the first down for the Railers here in this game, Bob, and a great run there to get Lincoln out from under their own goalpost there.
Well, he didn't string it out. He saw an opening, and he cut it upfield, and he's got some blazing speed once he gets an opening.
Yeah, and, he ran right into a tackler. He didn't have any place to go, but made a nice tackle. I think that was their outside linebacker, 22, which is Humphrey, I think, Sean Humphrey. But, nice run on that play for a first down for the Railers.
So the Railers got some momentum, and there's a timeout on the field. Lincoln's going to take a timeout, so we'll take a timeout with the score 0-0 on senior night. The Railsplitters along the sideline, and a good gain and a first down by Anthony Cannon there. Cruz pitched it on the outside. Cannon was offset out of the backfield, and he just pitched it to him, Coach, and he rambled downfield to the 39.
Yeah, we got a flag on the play, though, Bob. An illegal block in the back by the Railers. Going to call that play back. But, he had a nice running room, did a nice run down the sideline. Unfortunately, the penalty is going to bring the play back.
Well, Coach McDonald can't be too happy. He called timeout, devised that play, and he gets a clipping call, and now they're going to back the Railsplitters up.
Well, after one play starting the second quarter, having to call a timeout, there must have been a personnel problem or something out there that he had to do that too, Bob, so I'm sure he wasn't happy about that.
So ball goes back to the 20-yard line. Anthony had us out to the 39-yard line. So here we go from the 20. It's going to be 1st and 15. Cruz back to pass. He's got time along the sideline. He's got his man, and that was White. And White's tripped up at the 27-yard line, number 80. The junior, Wes White.
And nice pass, nice catch by Wes White. 6-yard pickup on the play. He just caught it out along the sideline, turned upfield, and got tackled almost immediately, but not before. He made a nice 6-yard pickup and a good hands by White.
That'll give us a 2nd and 9, Coach. Railsplitters get it on the move here again. White splits wide here to the near side. Eimer on the right side. Out of that I formation, Cannon's offset to the right. Now Highbredder goes in motion. They pitch it to Highbredder around the right side. Looks for running room. He's got it. Along the sidelines, got a first down. He's down to the 40 and then finally tripped up across the Lincoln 45-yard line. Goes Cody Highbredder, and it looks like they're going to spot it right at the 45-yard line. And Cody did a great job once he made that turn off the right side.
Yeah, that's a key for the Railers, to get to the outside and be able to use some of that speed. Seems to be a little effective. We've seen that a couple times here lately now, and Highbreeder did a nice job getting up about 19 on the play.
Bacon comes up over the football. He's flanked by Aper and On. The tackles are Reed and Brummett for the Railsplitters. Cruz on the long count. Highbredder goes in motion. Now Cruz wants to throw it up the middle. He's got it, right into the hands of the intended receiver. Couldn't hang on to it. I think that was... is that Metalco or Schmidt?
I think it was Schmidt, Connor Schmidt.
Man, he put that right in his hands up around the 35-yard line of Olympia, and I think Connor was thinking about taking off running before he got a good grip on it.
Well, that was down the middle to Connor Schmidt, and it looked like Dane Eimer had his defender beat down the right sideline too, Bob, so he had a couple chances there, but chose the middle, and he just couldn't quite hang on.
So now it's 2nd and 10 for the Railsplitters. White splits it here to the near side. He's the only white out on this play. Now we got a man in motion. That Schmidt gets the pitch. Schmidt has a tough time hanging, and they got the fumble. That was 51. Brady Whitaker. Whitaker for the Spartans came back. He wears Dick Butkus' old number 51, and he dove back on it. Connor Schmidt never had the handle on it. It was down around the top of his knee, and he just couldn't bring it back up.
Yeah, it was a pitch to him, and most of the season we've had pretty good luck hanging on to that, but that time he never got the handle, just like you said, Bob, and hit the ground and laid there before somebody finally got on it, and Olympia has the ball.
So good field position for the Spartans at the Lincoln 42-yard line, 1st and 10. This time they split the backs. Rogers on a long count, hands it off, and the Railers dropping for about a 1-yard gain. That was Jason Mann, number 40, a junior, 6'1", and a 200-pounder.
They tried faked it up the middle and tried to give him going off the left side, and it was the think, I'm not sure, but Schmidt over on that side, he just played his position, waited for him, and made the tackle.
So now to be second down for the Spartans. Again, they split the backs this time. Rogers hands off, first guy through, and that's the same guy. That's Jason Mann, and he picks up some yards. Riley Reed takes him down at about the 39-yard line. So a 3-yard pickup there for Jason Mann.
Yeah, Raylard's interior defense doing a little bit better than they did in that first drive in the first quarter, Bob, stopping him. But they still got to hit low. If you hit him high, he's going to keep running and fall forward for a couple extra yards. So you got to hit him low and drive him back.
3rd and 7 for the Spartans, and now they come back to the I formation. Rogers may be looking for the tailback. Blitzed by the Railsplitters. Rogers going to roll out to his left. Good pressure by the Railers, and it was tipped. Looked like it was tipped in the backfield. The intended receiver was Jason Mann, but one of the Railers got his hand up. Now they're going to call a penalty. I think that's going to go against the Spartans.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a holding. We watched to see if there was any roughing on the quarterback, and I didn't see that, and the penalty was more toward the line of scrimmage. So I think you're right, Bob. We're going to see it go against the Spartans.
Here comes the man in the white hat, and he's called in holding against the Spartans, and it's declined by the Railsplitters. So that's going to bring up, I believe, 4th down.
Yeah, from the Railer 40, you got to figure Olympia will go for it. That was interesting. That was a tough decision there by the coaches on the sideline. You could move them back to the 50, but then you give them another down. So they are going to punt. At least they're in punt formation. They've already faked one tonight.
And now we've got a man back deep, and they are going to punt it. It's end over end, and we're going to let it go into the end zone. So the Railsplitters will take over 1st and 10. The defense was able to hold and make them punt away, so the Railsplitters will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. There's 8 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second quarter, and no score here tonight on senior night.
Yeah, you got to call this a defensive battle so far. Although the Spartans on their first possession in the first quarter, Bob, had a nice long drive, but they came up empty as they tried a field goal, and it was partially blocked.
Well, nothing comes easy. They're going to have to earn this one tonight. The men in green with the green helmets and the white pants, the Lincoln Railsplitters. Austin Cruz just leaves the sideline getting the play from head coach Andy McDonald. Cruz and the Railsplitters with 2 victories, as coach told you, on the season against Springfield and Lanphier, and they look for a 3rd one tonight. White split here to the near side. Now we got a man in motion. That's Connor Schmidt, and he's still on his feet. And Schmidt finally gets down. Whoa, it looks like a late hit there. Schmidt down to the 24-yard line. He was already down, and one of the Spartans came over and jumped on his back.
One of their captains, Garrett Kelson, looked like he came in after the play. There was no flag, so officials must not have seen it the same way we did.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Railers. They say Connor Schmidt got 3 yards out of that one.
He got down to almost to the 25, so a good first down pickup there. It makes it 2nd and 5, long 5.
Cruz, Schmidt in motion, and a dive handoff, and I think that was Anthony.
Yes,
it was.
He got close to the first down, just short of the 30. So we give him about 4.5 on that.
Comes up off the ground, flexing his muscles. He's a bull down there in the trenches. Had a Taylorville player tell him after the game this year that he's the hardest guy he's ever hit.
Well, I can believe it. He's short, compact, and he hits the line hard, Bob. And as we said at the start of the game, he averages 4 yards a carry, and that's about what he got on that one.
Well, he's got us a 3rd and 1 at the 29-yard line. They might just give it back to him. White splits here to the near side.
They're going to have a delay of game, and the coaches, I think, called timeout. Just slow getting to the line of getting that play called and getting the line of scrimmage.
So there's no surprises.
No, not really. It's all available there, and they scout and stuff, and so they pretty much know what each team can do. It's just a matter of execution on the field.
Heimer splits out wide to the right. They haven't used him yet. He's caught some passes for the Railers this year as Cruz comes up under center on the 3rd and 1, and he pitches it, and fumble, and Cruz got back on it. It was like a pinball. Looked like the pinball wizard out there. He went to pitch it, and he hit somebody, and it bounced back, and there was a couple of Spartans there, and Cruz was able, luckily, to get back on it, back at his own 24-yard line.
Well, it was number 40, Jason Mann, for the Spartans, just blitzed through there, and he was right there where the pitch was. He had it, looked like he could have gone to the end zone, but then he dropped it, and they laid there, and Cruz got back on it for a loss, but at least gives the Railers a chance to punt, and now the punt team is late getting out onto the field.
Connor Neitzel, the last guy hustling out there. Cooper's back to punt. It'll be Ethan Kunkel on the long snap. Back at the 10. Cooper's got it. He gets it away, end over end. Catch it on the run. That's McNown, I believe. Well, the Railers missed a tackle, then they finally make one. Is that 22? If it is, that's Sean Humphrey. 32. So we'll just call it Ricky McNown. They don't have a 32 on here.
The Spartans are deep in Railer territory now on the Railer 23-yard line to start this this possession with 6:27 left in the half, Bob, and it's been all Spartans here. The Railers have looked pretty lethargic so far.
That stopped the clock at 6:27 here in the first half out of that power I formation. Goff's back there at the tail, and he'll get the handoff, and he's stopped right away. Good job by the Railers right at the line of scrimmage. Goff tried to go right of the center, and the three Railsplitters met him right there.
I basically stopped him for no gain on the 24, maybe the 23 and a half. Maybe they got a yard out of that, but a good interior defense by the Railers. They got to continue to do that. But you know what they're going to try to do is pitch it to the outsides where they've had a little bit of success trying to get out to the edge.
Well, they bring Garrett French back in there with the play, and he'll be the tailback. Rogers on 2nd and 11. Gives it to French, left side, tries to pop outside, but the Railers tie him up. Nothing there. The Railer defense now is taking up the tempo, and they saw French coming to that left side, and they were able to wrestle him to the ground.
After that first series, you're right, Bob, the Railers defense had flexed their muscles. Somebody hit him and stopped him, and then got some help from the rest of the defense. Stopped him for about really no gain. And now
the timeout by the Olympia Spartans with 5:33 left here in the first half. No score, and the Spartans call it timeout, and they talk it over with their quarterback, Austin Rogers, and they're back on the field, and the Lincoln Railer defense starting to line up right now as we get ready to go. Out of that I formation, they got Goff at the tail now. Rogers wants to throw across the middle, and they've got a first down. He was immediately knocked down, but it was a well-designed play after that timeout. And down, looks like he's inside the 10, so it's going to be 1st and goal for the Spartans.
Well, that was just you're right, he was covered, but they let him catch the ball. You know, they didn't go after the ball on that one. They waited for him to catch it and then tackle him, but deep in your own territory, you got to get a little more aggressive and try to knock it down.
And they're going to keep Goff at the tail out of that eye, and Rogers is going to give it to him, and he tries to go right over the nose tackle, and he does. He gets about a yard. So now it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, I think they're going to spot it on about the 8, so they'll give him 2 on that. And, the Spartans are knocking on the door here once again. They got deep in Lincoln territory back in the first quarter, got down as close as the 13. Now they're down to the 8-yard line, and
this time they're going to split those backs in the backfield. Rogers, 2nd and goal. As Coach told you, at the 8-yard line. Hands off, right side, and he fights his way down inside the 5, still going, and they push him. They may have pushed him in. We'll have to see what the officials do on the spot.
I think they're going to place it on about the 1 or 2 yard line. That was just a little toss again to off the right tackle, and he found some running room, got down to about, looks like he's on the 1.
So now it's going to be 3rd and goal.
Might be 2.
And now Rogers out of that eye. He may take it himself. Now he hands it to the tail. That's Goff, and Goff's not going to get in there. The Railers are able to stop him. Number 20, Cole Goff, one of the captains for the Spartans, not able to take it in. So now it's going to be 4th and goal. And the ball might be at about the 1.5 yard line.
That's between the 1 and 2. There's nothing there. No running room there. It's tough running up the middle here, and so it'll be interesting to see what they're closer than they were before when they tried the field goal, but I don't think we're going to see a field goal attempt here. They're going to try to get the 6.
Rogers, fans getting fired up here for Lincoln, and they turn right side, and looks like he's in for the touchdown. That's touchdown. That's
33.
33, Ricky McNown. The senior goes in for the touchdown. Ricky McNown. Senior, 5'9", 165. Took it in right at the right side, so the Spartans lead the Railsplitters 6-0 with 3:17 remaining in the first half. And now they're going to go for a two-point conversion out of the I formation. Rogers, two-point conversion. They got Goff at the tail. They pitch it outside to Goff, and he's tripped up. He is not going to get into the end zone for the two-point conversion. Looked like Connor Schmidt, or was that Eimer?
I think it's Dane Eimer.
Dane Eimer on the tackle for the Railsplitters, number 31. So they stop the two-point conversion, but the Spartans pick up the lead 6-0 with 3:17 remaining here in the first half, and we'll be back after remaining this. Here in the first half. Lincoln trails the Spartans 6-0, and the Spartans will kick it away. For the Railers, back deep will be Cody Highbreder. To his right will be Tim Jackson. To his left will be Dane Eimer. The Railsplitters specialty team out there is number 72 is Daniel Bacon. Number 77 is Tristan Cooper for the Railsplitters. Number 33, Anthony's Cannon's in there for the Railsplitters. As the Spartans get ready to kick it away from the 40, and it's going to come down to Jackson at the 20. Jackson up to the 25, to the 30. Jackson on the run, and he's a fast sophomore. Out to the 40-yard line goes Tim Jackson. Tim Jackson on the run back for the Railers all the way up. They're going to spot it at the 40-yard line, the sophomore Tim Jackson. About a 20-yard return. You're right, Bob. He has some great speed. He had one man to beat, was there to make the tackle. If he got around them, he might have had a clear shot to the end zone. 3:11 remains here in the first half. Austin Cruz, a junior, wears the number 15. He's 6'1", 190-pounder for the Railsplitters, and he's got some speed, too, if he can get loose. Railsplitters coming out of their wing formation. They go with Wes White as the lone. Now that's Connor Schmidt. And Schmidt stood up at the 41-yard line, and that's all he's going to get. Connor Schmidt tried to cut it up early, but there wasn't anything there, Coach.
No, the defense is doing a great job for Olympia, coming up and filling from the linebacker and secondary positions, and they're just not giving the Railers any running room. And, it's been a tough first half here for the Railers, tough sledding trying to run the ball.
2nd and 9 for the Railsplitters. Courtright flashing the plays from Coach McDonald out to quarterback Austin Cruz. Ball just inside the near side hash mark. Eimer split to the right. Wes White here on the near side. Cruz back. He looks for White along the sideline. He's got him. White tries to spin for the first down, but he doesn't make it. He's about a yard short of the first down at the midfield stripe. They'll spot it at the 49. So a nice play there, Austin Cruz to Wes White. And White tried to break a loose there to try to get up the first down, but this couldn't get away. So a 3rd and 1 situation for the Railsplitters.
Well, they've struggled, tried to run the ball, Bob, so passing might be the answer. And White makes his second catch of the game. And you're right, Bob, he made a nice spin move, tried to get away, just got stopped a yard short of the first down. But it's at the 49, and for the Railers, with under 2 minutes, you got to figure that's 2-down territory.
Minute 52 on the clock. 3rd and 1. Man in motion, Connor Schmidt. This time they hand it to Highbreder, and Highbreder's got a first down, and he's taken down from behind at the 41-yard line of the Spartans. And Cody Highbreder on that delay coming off the right side was able to pick up a big first down for the Railers as they move the chains.
About a 9-yard pickup for him on that one. And you're right, Bobby. Just got one up the middle, and there's somebody in the secondary to stop him, but he's close to breaking another big one. We're down to a minute and a half here, and the Railers are in Spartan territory for the first time.
Eimer will split it out wide to the right. Here comes White here to the near side. That's one of Cruz's favorite targets, and Schmidt goes in motion. They give it to Schmidt, and he's wrapped up at the 45-yard line. That was Jason Mann, the junior defensive lineman, 6'1", 200-pounder. Jason Mann is the guy.
Sorry, Bob. He's been in the backfield the whole first half. I don't know who's supposed to be blocking him, but we're not getting a very good job on him because he's been in the backfield making plays all night long.
We're in the red. 59 seconds. They stop the clock, and Lincoln wants a timeout. Lincoln wanted a timeout. They didn't like what they saw. They had a 5-yard loss there back to the 45, so it's going to be 2nd and 15.
And that was Railers' 3rd and final timeout of the half, Bob. So if they get close here, they are not going to be able to stop the clock with a timeout.
Eimer splits it out wide to the right. Anthony Cannon, the fullback for the Railsplitters, one of the co-captains, wears the number 33. 2nd and 15. Highbritter goes in motion, gets the pitch, looks for the turn, looks for the blocking. He holds up there, and he's taken down. They grab him at the 44-yard line. If they give him that forward, they're going to give him the 45. So no gain there, and the clock quickly on the move. It's going to be 3rd and 15 for the Railsplitters.
Well, Cody tried to get to the outside that time, Bob, and looked like he was going to, but there was somebody again for the Olympia Spartans secondary coming up, and they made the stop at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Railers as the clock runs.
Cruz on the count. Highbritter goes in motion. Cruz going to throw this time, and he's taken down. He didn't have any protection at all that time. That was number 60, Wyatt Jones, 5'9", 210-pound junior. And Jones had a freeway coming in there to take down Cruz at the midfield stripe.
And that should end the half here, Bob. Disappointing first half for the Railers, for sure.
It's all goose eggs on the board as far as the clock's concerned, but as the score is, the Spartans have 6 points and the Railsplitters 0, and that's the end of the first half as the Railsplitters go to the locker room on senior night. We'll be back after these messages.